right, Tim, we're going to do another one of our Wholesome specials today where we have a podcast episode that's just pure, just nice.
Yes. These are... I always feel better, like a better person after one of these Wholesome episodes.
And today we're going for peak wholesomeness. I don't think we can do anything more wholesome than this because today we have an interview, an experience with the most wholesome human being I know.
Wow, that's a big call.
Oh, I don't even think it's a big call. I think it's an absolute no-brainer.
Wow, okay. All right. Well, you've built it up quite a bit so that people will be wondering to whom you are referring. Or those that know her will have no question in their mind to whom you're referring.
The most wholesome person I know on this planet is Tim's mum, Mrs. Hein.
Mrs. Hein, that's right.
Mrs. Hein.
I've never called her that, but...
No. And one of her most legendary wholesome moves is the making of Vegemite on toast and a Milo, which she's done for Tim on more than one occasion over the years.
She has, yes. It's one of her great moves.
Yes. So we went around to her house and asked her to make me some Vegemite on toast and a Milo. And I went into the kitchen with her and captured it. So, this is going to be an experience for everyone. They can share the moment.
Can you remember one of your earliest impressions of my mum? What's one of your earliest memories?
Do you know what? I can't remember. I can't remember the first time I met.
It's like she's always been there.
Yeah, I know we only became friends kind of, in our teens. So it's not like she was there when I was a little child. But I just thought, I don't remember the first time meeting her, And she's never changed. She's like a touchstone. She's exactly the same now as she was that first time.
Over hundreds, thousands of years, she's remained the same.
Yeah, she's like the Southern Oracle. The sound in this episode's not going to be the best ever because, Mrs. Hein is not familiar with audio recording. So I had to give her a few pointers about the microphone, tell her how we had to turn the exhaust fan off in the kitchen and all that sort of stuff. But she eventually got there. So I hope you're going to enjoy the listen. I
think you guided her, kind of directed her like a great actress, just helping glide through the episode beautifully, man.
I think she guided us. That's her skill to make us feel so at ease that we thought we were guiding her, but she was really in control. She was the puppet master.
She was doing things in that room you didn't even know. You couldn't even see.
No, so I hope everyone will enjoy this most wholesome of moments in the home of Mrs. Hein. Enjoy some Vegemite on toast, a Milo, which is sort of a chocolatey hot drink, a bit like cocoa, and a few other delicacies that Mrs. Hein pulled on us at the last minute.
Hello, everyone.
And who are you and where are we?
Well, my name is Dawn Hein, and I'm here with Brady in my kitchen.
And what are you going to make? You're going to make something very special that I've asked for, aren't you?
Brady's asked for toast and Vegemite and Milo to drink.
And I want you to make it just how you used to make it for Tim when he was a boy living with you, because he says your Vegemite on toast and your Milos were excellent. So I want to test that.
Right, well, I'll get the Vegemite ready.
Nice. How old's that? Have you had that Vegemite for a while?
No, it's fresh. I use a lot of Vegemite. I like Vegemite.
There's the kettle's going already.
The kettle's going.
Oh, you've already put the Milo in the cup?
Yes, I've had that in already. Now I'll put the toast in the toaster. I'll have to wait to do the toast.
Oh, it's not plugged in. Do you want me to plug it in?
Well,
plug it into that one.
I've got the kettle going.
So, yeah, but this one here's, plug it into the other one.
Okay.
There we go, that's plugged in.
What I do usually, I get the frozen bread and put in there, but that's defrosted now, so I'll just have to press that one and hope that it's not. How do you like your toast? Do you like it well done?
Yeah, more well done for me.
Yeah. Well,
how did Tim used to like it?
Yes, he liked it well done. Marjorie.
Oh, nice. What's the Western Star spread?
Western Star.
That toast is already popped. That doesn't look very well done.
No, I don't know why that happened. Anyway.
All right.
Well, the Milo's in there, and I'll get a plate out of my cupboard. put the toast on when it's done.
That's a gorgeous plate. Look at the flowers.
It's a beautiful dinner set that was given to me.
Are you stirring now? Stirring the Milo?
Yeah, you have to stir it up. Sometimes I make it with all milk and sometimes just hot water.
Do you ever drink Milo on your own, or do you only ever make it for me and Tim?
Very rarely, very rarely. Sometimes I have it at night instead of tea. So just now and again. Now I get the milk out of the fridge.
All right. Oh, it's lovely as well, the little milk container.
My milk jug.
Yeah.
I collect different milk jugs. I've got one that Tim laughed when we were in Bendigo at my brother Graham's funeral. We went into an antique shop and found an English jug. I'll show it to you.
Oh,
It's very special.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What does that say? The old mill.
Yeah, the old mill in England.
Oh, Tim, you get a picture of this old mill jug?
Tim laughed. But
Everyone's going to want to see that.
It's very special.
Why'd you laugh at that, Tim?
I have no memory of this milk jug.
You do now, it's on your phone.
Not liking it. I have no memory.
I watch a show on television, Moved to the Country.
Yes.
And most of them are done in England.
Yes, Escape to the Country.
I love that show.
Yeah.
And they go where the old mills are sometimes.
Yeah. Everyone in Australia loves that show. Yeah. What do you like about it?
Well, I just love it. I love the English scenery in the country. And because I grew up on a farm, I love animals.
Yeah.
As you can see, I've got a chook kitchen.
Oh, yeah, you've got a bunch of model chooks. It's almost like anything we talk about, you just suddenly go, and look, there's a thing. Like, your house has just got so many amazing things in it.
Well, that's me, you see?
Yeah.
See, there's the sheep.
Sheep, yeah.
You can take the girl away from the farm, but you can't take the farm out of the girl.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'll be forever a farm girl.
Right.
Now, I think...
Oh, I think we've set off the fire alarm because Tim's going to turn the fire. It's because I made Dawn turn off the. Do you have to press the button? Or maybe we should. I made Dawn turn the exhaust fan off, and she said, "No, I can't turn the exhaust fan off because I'm making toast." And then I asked for my toast to be well done.
That's what happens, you see, when you don't use the...
And that's 20 minutes after I was making jokes about your house burning down as well. So.
We won't talk about that.
Oh, hang on. Now, this is the important part. Tell me how you're doing the butter.
Put the butter on.
That's very generous.
Butter on the hot toast.
Oh, you can see it's like melting and everything, can't you?
Yes, that's how Tim used to love it. All melting. But I think back in those days we used butter. But now we use spreadable.
Spreadable.
Which I think it's not pure butter at all, is it?
Less salt, which is healthier.
Yes, I try and get less salt.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's all melted. Lovely. Look at that. It's
That's how he used to love it.
There's like pools of butter.
Yeah, that's how he used to love it. Now the Vegemite.
Now, how much Vegemite? This is important too. Not just about normal.
He liked plenty. We were all brought up on Vegemite in Australia here, weren't we?
Yeah.
But I find when people come from other countries...
Let's get a picture of that for all the people around the world who want to see how you do your toast. Hang on. There's a picture. And I'll also take a picture of your chooks up there.
And you notice on my hand towel there's a rooster. I've got a friend who makes specially my tea towel and hand towels.
Yeah.
And so I've got about half a dozen with chooks on.
Right.
She makes them especially for me.
Would you say chickens are your favourite animal on the farm? What's your favourite farm animal?
Oh, horse.
Horse.
Oh, yes.
Why?
I used to ride. I loved horses. I used to ride.
Did you ever own a horse? Like have a pet horse?
We had a pet horse.
Yeah.
But we didn't own it.
Right.
Because, my dad was a sheep farmer. So, but we had Billy and then we had Trixie. Trixie. And she was the grey. We used to ride her.
Did you ride Trixie or did you ride Billy?
Well, when we were little, we rode Billy because he was old and slow. But then we grew up a bit. We used to love Trixie because she went faster.
Ah, nice.
And I've got a photo somewhere.
Oh, yeah? Can we look at that later? I'd love to see that. Is that out in the cupboard where you have all your photos?
No, it's not
take a while.
with the horse.
Oh,
It should be amongst the ones in there. But
we'll have a look.
not sure.
So we're all finished. Are we ready now?
Okay, we're all finished.
Well, let me take a picture of this bounty that you've provided. That is.
Are you having coffee, Tim, or tea?
I'll have a cup of coffee, Mum.
You're not having a Milo, Tim.
Okay.
No, it's the middle of the day.
So only I get the Milo.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Right, now, leave that there, and
I'll make the coffee,
I'll get
Mum.
the coffee. Okay, get the jar of coffee out of there.
I'm sorry I made the fire alarm go off. That was my fault for making you turn off the exhaust fan.
That's right.
That was very naughty of me.
that's right.
You knew it would happen.
That's right.
What
Well,
are you having, Mum?
I'm going to have tea, and I've got a teapot there, but if it's only me for tea,
Yeah.
I'll use Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea.
I'll have a cup of tea as well, rather than that.
2 teas. 1 for Tim and 1 for you.
Okay. Well, I could have used the teapot, couldn't I?
I mean, I don't know how you would choose with the number of teapots you've got to choose between. You're spoilt for choice.
This is the one that I use in the kitchen.
Oh, with the flour
And this is
thing on
my
it.
favourite cup and saucer. I come out every morning and have my tea in that because the first Mother's Day, I said this before, didn't I? So perhaps it was another time. And I chose that special because roses are my favourite flower, as you can see.
So Tim sent you into the shop and said he would buy anything you chose.
Yes.
It was a beautiful antique store, wasn't it?
This is the cup and saucer and I'm still using it, Tim.
Lovely.
And it's really special because it's Royal Albert
Right.
and I still use it.
Every morning.
Nearly every morning, yes. I have my first cup of tea in that.
Now, Tim, here's the Vegemite on toast that your mum has made. Is that how you remember it?
Yeah, except I would have eaten it by now, so it's melted a little bit.
You've never seen it get this far into the life cycle.
No. This is, yeah, it is. No, it is very good. I liked it. I used to say, Vegemite whipped the way I like it.
Whipped.
Yeah, and that whipped is basically so you can still see, bits of butter slushed
It was
around.
mixed up with the melted butter and then he'd eat it hot.
Yeah. And I'd go to other people's houses and they'd have this sparse amount of Vegemite. I mean, what on earth is going on there? Are we running out of Vegemite? It's supposed to be thick and whipped,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No one does it like mum.
We always love our Vegemite.
We do, don't we?
It puts a rose in every cheek.
Oh, good memory. Good memory of the old Vegemite ad. Nice.
Now, this is boiled.
Here's the tea for
We'll have a
Tim and Dawn.
cup of tea. Oops. There we go.
Like, your tea looks nice, but I'm feeling pretty happy about my Milo.
Okay, well you can take your Milo in
Okay.
when you're ready.
I'll take it in.
And I'll bring our tea
That's amazing. Thank you.
in cups and saucers. Did you notice? When you have a cup of tea at my place, it's not in a mug, it's in a cup and saucer.
Why is that?
Well, that's just me. I like to have cups and saucers. I've got so many
You do.
in my cupboard.
What do you think about people who have their tea from mugs?
What do I think about them? Well, if that's what they like, that's fine. But if I have Milo, I'll have it in a mug.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You couldn't have Milo in a cup and saucer.
No,
Nah.
no, you have to have Milo in a mug.
Like mine. With lots of flowers on it. Yeah. All right.
Well, I was given those, so
All right. Let's go into the other room and have our drinks.
I'll have to get a spoon. Isn't it a beautiful day?
It's gorgeous. It's very hot, though. Do you like it when the weather's hot?
Not when it's humid. I don't mind hot weather. Now, there you are, Tim. Is that strong enough for you?
Yeah, that's lovely, Mum.
Use tea bags today, so I'm lazy today instead of using my teapot.
That's okay. You got visitors. You got lots to do today.
And I had my gardener this morning, so I was busy.
Let's go. I'm looking forward to drinking this. Where do you like to sit? You want to sit there near the kitchen?
Yeah, I sit here and I prepared those goodies.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
Now, you might be interested. This is my Dutch ginger cake.
What? Dutch? Do you know anyone who's Dutch?
Tim loves, don't you, Tim?
I do.
I often
do.
make a Dutch ginger cake and send to the family.
Where did you learn to make Dutch ginger cake?
Well, it's interesting. A friend in Traralgon, she gave me the recipe. And I said to her, well, where did you get it from? A Dutch person. She said, no, she just got it. So...
All right. Is it nice, Tim?
Oh, it is. I actually love it. I really love it.
Should I try it before or after my Vegemite on toast?
Oh, I tried it before. It's a strong taste, so enjoy. It's a lovely ginger sort of shortbready, but it's very moist.
It's made with glazed ginger. That's why it's so juicy and fresh and yummy. It's made with glazed ginger.
I'm going to try a bite now, Auntie Dawn.
I used to make it, didn't I, in Traralgon and give us Christmas presents.
It's delicious.
Especially the men all used to love it.
Yeah.
It is delicious. I'm not sure it goes with the cabana and the chocolate that you've put on the same plate.
Well, you're supposed to start off with the savoury cabana cracker and then go to the ginger cake and then the chocolate biscuit.
And then your Vegemite toast.
That ginger cake is delicious. Did you bake that? Like, you make that from scratch?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't buy it from a shop? Because that's where I get my cakes.
No, I'll show you.
She's up again.
She's off to the kitchen. I can't keep up.
You make it in a special tin.
Oh, yeah. I can see. There's the whole master cake, the mothership, from which the slices came. Yeah. Nice. Tim, why is your mum's Milo better than, like, normal Milo? I watched what she did. She just put water in it.
I don't know. Maybe it's the TLC that goes with it.
It's the love. It's the love.
What's the problem with the Milo?
No, it's great. It's good. I said, you make it the same as me, but yours tastes better for some reason. Maybe, do you use full milk? Maybe you're using full milk.
Oh, full milk. Oh, yes. If you grow up on a farm, you don't buy skim milk, do you?
Did you grow up on a farm?
Yes, Tim.
All right, I think it's time for the Vegemite.
You going in?
Yeah. Can I try the Vegemite on toast now?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Won't be as hot as it was.
I feel like we should have said grace, but...
Not for afternoon tea.
Yeah. The butter's key. Lots of butter.
And we used to have butter, didn't we?
Yeah, like real butter. We also had we had margarine for a good while there, but then I always preferred the butter, the taste of the butter.
Very good.
We can't go without mentioning the bicentennial placemats.
Oh, I remember these placemats from your old house. Where did these
I've had
placemats?
them a long time.
Well, they're the bicentennial, so 1988, the bicentennial First Fleet reenactment voyage.
Oh no, these are from the bicentennial of the Earth.
The great thing about the placemats that we've had so long is that if you look at them on a certain angle, you can see like letters and things have been written and pressed into them under the paper. Oh. So every now and then you get them on an angle and you can see my dad's signature or something like that from years ago, can't you?
Not on these, but the other ones. The other ones from Melbourne you can.
Tim's just talking bollocks, isn't he, Auntie Dawn?
You can.
So you can see them on these.
I'm with two people who are not known for their excellent eyesight. They're both wearing their Coke bottle glasses, and they're telling me what can and can't be seen.
Just on the Melbourne placemats.
I meant as a general principle, and we can look closely at these. I'm sure there's some imprints on these as well.
I thought you were going.
There we go. Look at that. It says there.
Yeah, there could be
something in Dutch writing or something. There is. You can see a signature there. It's not a signature. It's written in.
They must have been on the table.
115. It says.
Dad was.
That's right.
I'll tell you one thing for sure, Tim. You and I can never again make an episode of Wholesome. How could we compete with this?
This is the ultimate Wholesome.
That was funny with the blue Alice Blue gown, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I watched that.
That was one of our favourite episodes. Do you know what?
Then you found on the internet the song and a photo of the dress. That intrigued me.
I tell you, I've been in Adelaide for a couple of weeks now, and seeing Tim, and we always eat KFC and McDonald's and all that rubbish. This is the favourite thing I've had to eat the whole time I've been in Adelaide.
Toast and Vegemite. And just ginger cake.
The ginger cake's great.
And cabana and crackers. I love cabana.
Are these wagon wheels? It's not a wagon wheel, is
No.
it? Like a mint chocolate.
No, something special. I'll get the packet and show you. I just love them.
I shouldn't bake these ones then.
No.
You could get the packet.
No.
One day they were on special and I thought, oh, I'll try those.
What is it? A hazelnut tortina.
Biscuit underneath. They're really delicious.
I don't like hazelnut, so I'm not going to have one, but they do look lovely for those that would enjoy them. Like a chocolate, crispy dark chocolate specialty with hazelnut cream.
But you'll like those.
Just to show you how incredibly wholesome my Milo is, as you drink it, it is revealing a scripture from the Bible as my Milo gets lower. And I now realise that God is good, his faithful love endures forever. Do you know where that is in the Bible, Tim?
Oh, say it again, sorry.
God is good, his faithful love endures forever.
I don't know. It sounds like something from the prophets or the Psalms.
Psalms, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Psalm 136, verse 1.
Yes, now I remember.
I don't know if God is good, but this Milo is wonderful.
Perhaps because I put 2 teaspoonfuls of Milo in. Made it rich for you.
These are Austrian, Mum.
Well, I really like them. I get them now instead of wagon wheels. I used to get wagon wheels.
I think you should switch back to a wagon wheel.
No.
Tim, how often do you come over here to your mum's house and have these wonderful Milos and Vegemite moments? I think your mum's choking on a cabana. How often do you... I'll ask Tim first and then I'll ask you, Auntie Dawn. How often do you come and have these special moments? I would do this every day if I was in Adelaide.
I'm very rarely over here. Mummy's over at our place once or twice a week for dinner and so forth.
Yeah,
but
I go over there.
Would you like Tim to come over here more often?
I'd love Tim to come over here more often, but I understand he's very busy.
Yeah.
And I live way down south.
You don't live far away. This is close. It took us like 20 minutes to get here. I tell you what, everyone at home who's listening, if you would like Tim to visit his mum more often, send him a tweet or a Reddit or a message and tell Tim to go and visit his mum. Because he could be having these wonderful experiences every day.
I see Mum at our house for a meal during the week. She's also at church. We have very regular contact. I, for instance, live in the same country as my mum, like some other people on this podcast.
Just a reminder, people, get on Twitter. You tell him, Tim, go visit your mum. We're going to make sure Tim comes over more often from now on, Auntie Dawn.
I have to admit, I enjoy coming over. There's in the culinary department. It's unique and delicious.
There you go. He said it. He said it now.
Can I have a piece of that toast?
Yes, of course. That's probably the most important thing.
I love that there's so much butter you can sort of suck the butter out of the toast as you eat.
I'm ready for this.
You're having the ginger cake now. Yeah.
I love it.
Lovely.
Wow.
It's very scarce now, the glazed ginger.
Where do you get it from?
So, well, it's supermarket. But what I do now, down at Foodland, they seem to get more in. So when I go there, I get 6 packets.
Wow.
Because it'll just go like that.
That's like toilet paper sort of levels of hoarding there on the glazed ginger.
Not quite.
Do they have to call security when they see you coming for the glazed ginger?
Terrible how people reacted.
Yeah, it was. When you were growing up on the farm, did you used to was there Milo and Vegemite, or was that before Milo and Vegemite were invented?
Do you know what? We had Born Vita. Have you heard of Born Vita? Very similar to Milo. But then Milo came out, and then for some reason Mum switched to Milo. But at first we found that pretty rich. Born Vita wasn't as rich as Milo.
So Milo was like the new posh, super sweet one, and you were like country folk. You weren't sure about Milo.
So when Milo came out, well then we all turned, got Milo. So I don't know if you can get Born Vita now. You've seen it in the shops?
Tim, have you heard of Born Vita?
I've never heard of it. Never heard you mention it before either.
Why have you not told Tim?
When I was a child.
Why have you not told Tim about Born Vita until now? What other secrets are you keeping?
Did Dad know about Born Vita?
I'm here at the table as Tim's childhood's coming crushing down around his...
I would like to have got an option. I mean, I've always been very happy with Milo, but you could at least told me there was an alternative.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if we can still get it. I'll have a look next week when I go shopping to see.
And what's your earliest memory of Vegemite? Do you want the last piece, Tim, by the way?
No, thank you.
Do you want a piece, Auntie Dawn, of your own Vegemite?
No, thank you. I've had breakfast. This is afternoon tea. I don't have toast and Vegemite for afternoon tea.
Oh, yeah, look at the judgmental look you're giving me.
But you don't just have it for breakfast, though, do you, Mum? When else would you have toast and Vegemite? Like maybe for supper?
Yes, sometimes, yeah. Mainly, I have toast and honey. I get the Manuka honey because that's better for you. So I'm probably having less Vegemite and more honey lately
Nice. Manuka honey's good.
because it's very good for you.
Well, I'm about to finish the last piece of toast here. I've eaten 3 pieces. Tim had 1. And my Milo's nearly done. Thank you so much for this. This has been wonderful. And all the people listening will also enjoy it very much. So thank you from all of those people as well.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Brady, for coming and chatting.
All right, there we go, people. That's just a snapshot of a typical 20-odd minutes or so with the legendary Mrs. Hein. Did you enjoy? What was that like for you, Tim? You know, because obviously your mum's still a bit more of a novelty for me than you. You know, you're a bit more familiar. What did you enjoy? Did you enjoy the process?
Was that only 20 minutes? That felt like years. That was... Look, I have to say, listening to that with the other members of the family, you know, my wife and one of my daughters, is I suddenly realised that we were sort of subconsciously just moving around the kitchen, and suddenly I was making like Vegemite toast, and someone had made Milo. Like we just somehow, without saying anything, suddenly started being influenced and moving into, we couldn't.
Oh, yeah, your house. Like while you were listening, you made that stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yeah. It's and I bet many listeners are the same. They're just craving this. If they don't know what Milo is, they'll certainly go looking it up. And some Vegemite toast. There's a very quintessentially Australian afternoon tea with Mrs. Hein. I do notice that you have, I mean, there's something about her that you've never defaulted to a first name basis or anything. You know, it's very trendy now to refer to adults, for children to refer to adults by their first name.
Yeah.
You know, like, call me Bruce. You've never presumed to do that with Mrs. Hein.
No, I mean, I know a lot of people call her Auntie Dawn. You could never call her just Dawn. It would have to be Auntie Dawn because that's just the way she is. But no, I would only ever call her Mrs. Hein, and I could only ever call your dad Mr. Hein. It's just good manners.
No, this is wholesome manners. That's probably why they've always seen you as quite wholesome, because you're a journalist and you call them by their correct names, and
yeah.
Well, that's about enough, really.
So that's right.
Although you didn't eat enough veggies for Mum's liking, that's for sure.
No. So, Tim, is there any last-minute guidance you want to give to all those people who are going to get in touch with you and tell you to go and see your mum more often?
This is what's not fair. I see my mum all the time. She's over here. She was over here 2 days ago, and then I saw her at church yesterday. But, yes,
We should have I visited Mrs. Hein t-shirts made that she gives to people when they go and visit her.
That she hands out only to people that visit her. People who start tracking her down, man. Yeah. Gosh.
I visited Mrs. Hein, and underneath there's just like a mug of Milo.
I had a Milo with Mrs. Hein.
I had a Milo.
Wow.
Brilliant. Anyway, our thanks to you, Mrs. Hein, if you are listening to this episode. You're a great sport and a fantastic maker of Vegemite on toast.
She is one of a kind. No question.